Folks, things look grim. And not just for him. This guy here, Orange Man. It doesn't look good, obviously. But am I still going to vote for this guy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? He is the system where we operate in. It's a two-party system, technically. I'm not going to vote for the potato. Why would I? He's pooping his pants during D-Day. He's also allowing Ukraine to officially launch whatever into Russian territory, which is not a good thing. This is why this article is brought up. I don't want to be the doom merchant here, the gloom merchant, but things aren't looking too well for us, for the world. And it will just take one mistake on either side of this, even with Western Taiwan. One mistake. And we're in fallout. The movie, the show, the video game. Now, according to Trump, we have a chance of going into WW Trey because of the potato. Well, of course he is. Like I said, he's given carte blanche to the Ukrainians to say, hey, whatever weapons we have. Now, I know you've already been using them on Russian forces already in Ukraine. But this time, you can launch them into Belgorod. That's fine. Or anywhere else that the HIMARS will hit. Or glide bombs. Or whatever. This is bad. Because you think Russia is just going to go, well, oh yeah, guess what Russia did? They said, well, now that you're officially allowing Ukraine to use your weapons against us, we're going to start selling munitions and etc. to people you don't like, such as Syria, Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran, China. You get the point here. So now, we're into brinkmanship. Yay! Also, this is also called mission creep. Remember the time when the potato says, our tanks will not be going to Ukraine. Okay, they're going to Ukraine. We will not send, okay, we're sending HIMARS. We're not sending okay, we're sending F-16s. Remember that? It's called mission creep. Just slowly, just tell the public, we're not going to do it. And then when they're not looking, say, okay, we're doing it. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. So he goes on to say, this is Donald Trump during a Sean Hannity interview. Why are you going with Sean Hannity? Anyways, he's quoted saying, we're at the most dangerous point in history of our country because of the power of weaponry, nuclear weapons in particular. Weapons that are so powerful that, and I've seen the effects. I had an uncle, a great professor at MIT for many years. We used to talk about nuclear a lot. He understood nuclear very well. And even then, that was many years ago. My father's brother, Dr. John Trump, and I think it was a longest serving professor in history of MIT, I think 41 years, very smart. We used to talk about nuclear and used to talk about the power of nuclear. And I'd say, Uncle John, you're done. Or where a briefcase the size of a regular briefcase would do damage that I don't even want to discuss. And we're a long way from that in terms of advancement of technology, and it's very bad, very scary. And I'll tell you, we have a chance of going into World War III because of our leader. In name only. So I don't want to get into that state he's in, It's one way, it's not something for me to talk about. I can tell you this. President Xi of China, Putin, Kim Jong-un, all these leaders are at the top of their game mentally. They're at the top of their game. So you get where he's coming at. He's acknowledging what we all acknowledge right now. That our government leaders, let's put it that way, or installed persons are not necessarily at the top of their game. And they're not. Just look at Blinken. The guy's a piece of human trash. Everyone who's a Democrat in our government needs to be thrown in jail. Flat out. I'm at that point right now. They pushed those filthy, god-awful lib-progs and liberal progressives and Democrats have pushed just not necessarily me personally, but just my general direction. They pushed me so far to the point where I'm like, you know what? If someone started jailing him, I don't think I'd give two rats' asses. I wouldn't. Why would I? They're trying to throw this guy in jail. For what? A bookkeeping error? Oh, no. Yeah, that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to... July 5th, 7th, 8th, whatever. 3 days or something, some change before the Republican National Convention. They're going to toss this guy in jail. And it's going to happen. Now, could there be some sort of, house arrest, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. He is running for president. That's kind of an unprecedented, undocumented territory we're sort of thrust into. All because of the potato and his sycophants trying to railroad somebody that they don't like. And now, since they pushed the Overton window so far to the left, and that pendulum is so far left, and when it comes back the other way to the right, and it will swing because pendulums do that eventually. And if someone starts chucking liberals into jail and Democrats into jail, good. I don't care anymore. There was at a point to where I'm like, I would say it sort of half-heartedly, yeah, we should throw all the liberals in jail and Democrats, blah, blah, because they disagree with me. Because they believe the same way I believe now. That they want to throw me and my family into jail because I don't believe in their BS political ideology. We're at very scary times. I didn't want to be here. I just wanted to be left alone. Can you please not run this country so far left that we turn to some socialist dictatorship? Well, we're there. Now, it's that pesky Constitution that they technically can't necessarily sort of sidestep. Oh, yeah, they already sidestep in the Constitution because they can. And they will. And they've done it numerous times. Remember when the potato says, well, the Supreme Court says we can't cancel out student debt. Well, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, whatever. And then when Merrick Garland says, oh, I got a subpoena? Nah, I don't feel like it. We're not going to do it. But then they're going to throw someone like Steve Bannon up in the right-hand corner into jail because he said to a subpoena, F you. Oh, okay. So one side can do it, but when the other side does it, straight to jail. Yeah. So, again, we're at this really crazy inflection point. We're right on the precipice. I even commented to a few people that I know that we're since he was convicted, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, honk, honk, of 34 felonious bookkeeping crimes, that we're already we just went over the summit of the mountain of the empire that the United States is, and we're on the downhill stretch. So whoever takes over for the presidency come November, all they're going to be doing is managing the decline. And that is exactly what's going on right now. Folks, we're in decline. And as soon as you come to that realization and plan for it, and you know what I'm talking about, planning for it. I'm not talking about violence, not like the left does. They prepare for violence. But you should keep your head on a swivel. Buy whatever you can legally, storable food, etc., etc., etc. All of that. And just be prepared for shenanigans. We're already seeing it now. And also, in closing here, and I'm going to keep the closing to a short period here. And in closing, because the left has already prepared for shenanigans. So, going forward, all of you out there, in the sound of my voice, need to understand what shenanigans look like. If it doesn't smell right, if it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, it ain't right. And right now, this country ain't right. Act accordingly and prepare accordingly.